Yeah, I don't think he's gonna sell a better seal than what you've got.
Things are getting treacherous in these parts. A horrible goat demon has moved in below. And up above, there's that humongous drake and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave.
Everyone does laugh.
I told you everybody's gonna laugh.
What a waste of time.
Agreed. Alright, then that one.
Alright, so if you don't want anything from him, you can go down, I think? Yeah. Yeah, that R2 is much better in the hallway. Check behind you, just to make sure. Okay, never mind. I was just making sure we didn't walk past an item. They love hiding things like that. So those are an item that you can equip where your Estus bar is, and have something to throw.
Useful.
And from here, if you look at the doorway open over there,
Yeah.
this is where you can make that run and jump. We haven't practiced a jump though yet, have we?
I don't think so.
So to jump, you double tap B while running. So you need to be running,
Right.
and then you tap it.
Okay.
It is a very shitty way of doing it. They might let you remap it to clicking in L3. They can in other games. In other games you can map it to clicking in L3. Controls, camera lock, vibration. No, I guess this game you couldn't remap it. You can't make that jump. That's sort of like the bait. Make you think you can make that jump, but you have to do it from the roof.
How did I get over there in the first day?
Oh, we gotta go all the way around.
Ah, correct. Yeah, that hole. If I'm Mephistus flasks, Fester,
Yeah, Estus is the bestest. That's the axe I thought we started with. I've used that axe before. That's a good axe. That's got a nice overhead swing. Oh, you're going the right way.
fucking guys.
And you know what's funny, really, about that? Like, the reason most games don't let you do any ragdolling or anything like that is because it's computationally expensive. Right? That's still an object you can interact with in the game. And the game has to remember that. It would make more sense to not let you do that. Oh no.
Shit. Well, okay. Well, maybe not.
When in doubt, roll it out. He's got moves like Jagger.
Dude. That's way more complicated than it needed to be.
Wow, what the hell happened in here? Look at all the broken barrels.
Somebody just rolled around in there.
What kind of monster? Who fucking do that?
Without any regard for barrel safety.
I can tell you, you can't make that jump.
Yeah.
I've tried. No. No, it's crossed the path. So while we're running back, I have an addiction to Sonic. Like bad. Like it's now at the point where I used to take the little red candies
Yeah.
and keep them in my truck in the cup holder.
Yeah.
And the girls are like, "Oh, red candy, look, Daddy, huh?" You know, their cup holder's always full with little red candies.
Right.
And it got to the point where it was like overflowing.
Yeah.
And now I don't. Oh,
Seriously. Shit, man.
Now I don't even put them in there anymore. Like I clean them out and I throw them away to sort of like, you know, hide the thing, because it was like they realized like no matter how many candies they took, they were multiplying at like triple rate. But I got advice for anyone who goes to Sonic on ordering. And that is to imagine the person taking your order as if they were hunting and pecking on a keyboard they've seen for the very first time and can't find shit. Okay? Because even though you've been there 80 times in this month alone, and you got all the shit memorized and down, and you're like, you know, I want the cheeseburger, I want mayo, mustard, and ketchup. You know, I want a #1 combo, mayo, mustard, and ketchup, fries, cherry coke. They can't find those buttons that fast.
Right.
So the trick is, I've found, to put in, oh shit.
Shit. Fuck. Fuckity fuck.
Your souls will be on the roof.
Good, that'll save me some effort. Fuck, where am I even now?
It's off to your, oh shit. Well, your soul's no longer on the roof.
Yeah. You don't say.
I don't even know what's up there, John, to say like, fuck it or not at this point. I can't tell you if, no, there's actually a good ring or weapon or item. You've made that call though. This is a party room. So when you're ordering,
I sure is.
to give a pause, just long enough to hunt and peck and find a picture of what you've said. So if you say, you know, you want the same thing I just said a second ago, you start off and you just go, I'll have a #1.
Yeah.
Pause. They find the button. I'm pretty sure there's a computer prompt at some point that says, hey, do they want mayo, mustard, or ketchup? But you can cut them off. Or just say before they even ask it, because you know the prompt's coming up after you pause, mayo, mustard, and ketchup. Now, if you've worked at a Sonic, or fucking anywhere for that matter, you would know that mayo, mustard, and ketchup is all the way. Don't assume these people who are hunting pecking on the keyboard know what all the way means. I used to, hey, that's upgrade material.
Well, that's good.
You know, I used to like, hey, I know your lingo. I'll order it in lingo, #1 all the way. No, don't. They think you're coming on to them. It's not going to come out the way you want. Are we going for the jump?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. But the thing that keeps me going back to Sonic is,
The fact that you hit yourself.
it's not the food. It is not the food. The food I find okay. I mean, the food is not terrible. But it's not the food. It's the coffee.
Not what I would have thought.
And the problem is that if it's the slightest bit chilly, like we're celebrating the start of winter again in May here.
It's weird, but so we are.
We are, you know. I don't want to say global warming or anything because somebody might get upset.
Somebody who does not appreciate reason or science.
Or science, yeah. And I don't want to get into that political discussion based on fact.
Less.
But for whatever weird reason, Magic Man in the Sky on the Clouds has decided it's going to be it's going to be winter in May. I think for Easter, Jesus came out of the cave, saw his shadow, and we get 6 more months or weeks of winter or something.
Pretty sure that's how that works.
I think it is how it works. That's what they mean, right? He has risen and saw his shadow.
Yeah.
And this happens in Philadelphia.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. There we go. I crave that coffee. Like, I fucking need that coffee, man. I'm like, oh, it's cold out. I can have coffee. I need the coffee. So, I'm not worried about coffee. Coffee's not bad for you. You know, cup of coffee, no big deal. You know, I have a cup in the morning, I have a cup at lunch, and that's usually my coffee intake for the day. Not like, I'm your typical developer, you know, who's drinking pots. That's not been my concern. The concern is the rest of the food I eat with the coffee is coming from Sonic.
Yeah.
And, you know, I am a thin, svelte man, you know, it's not like this is affecting me in weight, but I think I might be 96% cholesterol at this point. Like, I don't even have skin or organs, I just have, arterial plaque, is what I am made of.
Sounds legit.
Because I have a weird hang-up. Like, I want the coffee, and I should be adult enough. At 40 years, as a 40-year-old man, I should be able to say, I'm going to have coffee, and I'm going to fucking have whatever I want with my coffee. Society be damned. Right?
Right.
You want a salad and coffee? Yes, I want a salad and coffee. Don't fucking question it. I can't do that. What I do is get breakfast and coffee. So, like, I am doubling down on the unhealthiness. Bacon, egg, and cheese every fucking day for months? Yes. And I can't help myself. Oh, there it is. Go out and around the corner. Back outside where you were?
Yeah.
And go to the right. A light crossbow. And some bolts. It was actually decently worth it. Is there not a ladder to go up and get on this? Is that the only thing? What about, see the little break?
Yeah.
Is there anything worth dropping onto? Doesn't look like it. That's where you started, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm just wanting more. That's all. I'm just wanting more for this, but it's not happening, is it?
No.
There's not another item anywhere.
Nope. There's some barrels. Fuck those barrels.
You know, the barrels look kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
I mean,
barrels remind me of that one dude from the very
barrels that are
beginning of the game.
rolling with like 3 cups in their posse, they're up to no good. Hey, these barrels are back.
Not for long. Alright, so now what?
You can progress across that bridge. I think we've picked up anything over here. if you want to put that crossbow on, you only have like a handful of bolts right now, but you can buy more from the vendor. The crossbow, though, doesn't let you sight it. But usually they're good for strength builds.
Okay.
Oh, you need to put bolts in, too. In your inventory. There's a slot for bolts. And there's a slot for arrows. There you go. And you can have 2 types of bolts equipped, and I think that's the difference between the 1 and 2 attacks. So the thing about that is, this is gonna go bad because you got the menu up.
Oh, yeah, sure is, isn't it?
So the crossbow requires a lock-on. To accurately hit shit. A regular bow goes into like a sniper sighted mode, so that even if you can't lock onto him, you can hit him from a distance.
Am I going the right direction?
No, you're going the wrong direction.
No, of course I am.
You just go across that bridge. Oh, you were just going for the barrels, weren't you? Yeah, there you go. Other side. Nope, 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 nope. There.
Ah.
Dark Souls has no map.
Nope. What up, nerds?
They do kind of fight like that. They do sort of have like a windmill attack. When you are locked on, you can use the right stick to change target.
Oh.
I think that's what you were doing, trying to break, run back, and...
Jesus.
Wow.
Alright.
So at this point we can cross the bridge. Now you don't need to go back there. Unless you wanted to buy bolts from the merchant.
No. Nothing.
You can actually go in here and rest if you want.
May as well.
So we have a humanity, actually.
Yeah.
That's what the 1 means up there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get humanity from killing guys. If you go take your hood off and check your face out.
Let's see how I do that. Equipment?
Yep, and then go down to the hood and unequip it. Just go back a menu and then X.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, you can
fucked
walk up against a wall to get like a nice good and then spin the camera around. GA's looking a bit rough.
Right.
You're actually hollowed right now. If you go to the bonfire and use that 1 humanity, because odds are we're going to lose it in death anyway.
Right.
Reverse hollowing there at the bottom. This will cost you a humanity. And then you can check out, and then now you're back to good old GA self.
Oh, that is much better.
Much better. What this also does is enable a lot of multiplayer things. So you may see summon signs on the ground now where you can call in help. You can put that hood back on just for the armor. You can get invaded when you're hollow. Or I'm sorry, when you're human form. And it will last until you die. And then you go back to undead state. And it's sort of a mechanic that's not apparent as you start. It doesn't get really explained. Fortunately, in this game, I don't think there's a health penalty to being in the hollow state.
I thought there was. There appeared to be a little bit of one.
Did you get more health? I can't remember.
Yeah, like there's a little bit of the health bar that was just blocked out even though I just rested. Am I going the right direction? Please tell me I am.
You are. You got a good rave going. I'll give you that.
Well,
Call this exploring. Grab the item.
I'm on it. Maybe.
Alright. Success. We can call that mission accomplished.
Oh. Mission a fail. Did I just...
You did. You did close the door behind you, but they opened it. If that worked, that was going to be beautiful. I think if you rest, you'll reset the whole...
Yeah. Which the cool thing about this is, now I don't have the rave going on.
Yes. You reset all their positions. Alright, hold up, and we'll, pick this up next episode. Oh, shit. Dark Souls. Never stop.
Relentless.